Right then, hello, and yeah, it sees that we are live, so I will post this link in the Facebook page. There we go. Right then, anyways, good evening everyone, and welcome to this, the finale of the FTR BTCC blueprints with STDash84 designs. As I'm just seeing him in the chat there, Chris Clements, he's restarting his PS4. That's the reason why he is going to be just a tad bit late there. Mitchell was saying he'll be there in 2 minutes. His medium compound, your medium tyres are, you're going to have to race them in the final race, race 3. You've got one set of mediums in race 3. But we'll go over the mediums then as I go along. So anyways, as I said, welcome along to the championship, the finale. Coming to you live at the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. And it should shape up to be a thrilling end to what has been a captivating season, really, for Liam McEwen here, because he's pretty much got one hand on the driver's title. He does have a mammoth 49-point advantage, so basically after this race he can pretty much guarantee him the championship for the second time. As we're seeing Graham and Sharp, they're practicing for their testing there. As Sharp's getting by the kill completely wrong, and so too was Ethan, and he spun it around. I do pick up at the right moments of cars going having moments here. So anyways, talking about the Drivers' Championship, I think we're getting Darren in here. Sorry, we're getting Daxi hopefully quite soon. But anyway, we'll talk about the drivers' points there while I nearly burped and puked up. So the championship standings as it is, Liam McEwen just a country mile, 233. He is 49 points ahead of Adam Piper and Chris Clements, who are tied on 184. McIntosh is on 177, Ethan Graham on 162, and Rob Schowler on 160. Then there's another mammoth gap towards Ash Sharp on 113, so that is 47 points. There's Clements, he's just joined back in the room. Connor Hedden on 106. Lewis Edwards, who's going to be replaced by this guy, Alex Austin, who's just come out of the pits. So welcome back then, Alex, who is wanting to make a little sabbatical from racing in this championship, but I heard that he will be back for next season, which is good to see. So he's going to, Lewis is being replaced by Alex Austin this week. Edwards sitting on 89 points. Leon Walsh, who is back as well, his teammate, he's on 87. Luke Mitchell will be joining very soon, he's on 84. Josh Inman, he's pulled out of the championship unfortunately because of uni commitments and what have you, so he's been replaced by the guy that was really impressed me when he was driving for the Synchro team, and that is Ollie Odvan. And so he's going to be driving yet another Renault, but it's in a different team. Oh goodness me, that was scary there, Alex. Richie Massey on 57 and Luke Clifford on 44. Now, you know, the driver's title's pretty much done and dusted, but the team's championship is anything but dusted, and it is very close between MG Sport and Racing, VX Racing and Petronas Citroen Proton. There is only 9 points separating those two teams. So that is going to be going right down to the wire. MG Sport and Racing on 346, tied on points with VX Racing, also on 346, and Petronas Citroen Proton on 337. Collard Racing is on 290. Team Halford's on 176, Honda Racing on 147, and Synchro Motorsports on 101. Rob is saying, hi Sean, on my way to actual Brands Hatch to race on the GP tomorrow. Well, good luck for that then, Rob. Hope you do well. Even Mitchell was there too. He said that 2 minutes ago, and still not signed. No sign then of Daxi just yet, but he'll be joining in the booth soon. If you see like a big black box down the top left of the screen, that's when you know that Daxi's joined, I hope.
Good evening, can you hear me?
Oh, there he is!
Right
there!
I have got the wrong end of the stick tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the wrong end of the stick. This numpty had gone and started broadcasting, thinking he was supposed to broadcast, and thinking, oh, idiot cap for me tonight. Dunce seat for Daxi while we go into the final of BTCC. Sorry for being so late. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing alright. I'm a bit tired, actually. I woke up from a nap about half an hour ago. And yeah, so my brain's not in gear just yet.
Oh,
so, no, anyway, it's good to have you back. How was the birthday last week?
Oh, amazing! I'm now even more ancient than I was before. It's amazing stuff. It was nice. It was good seeing family and friends and stuff like that.
Oh, did you not go to the beer garden? Your local beer garden, no?
The second day I went to, I did, but on the first day it was mainly seeing friends and family, which I popped down to see initially on the actual day. So that's what I spent doing on the day, and then the next day was the Saturday was the day of debauchery. So
Mr. Warren, a good birthday then.
Oh yeah, amazing birthday. I'm guessing you've done everything and shared everything already, so...
I was just about to say about the tyres, actually. Because I didn't even know you actually joined. I thought there would be a thing popping up saying that you would join, but I didn't see it on my screen. Not necessarily I was paying attention. No, it's nothing about that. I didn't know. But anyways, talking about with the tyres then coming into the last race, as we're just seeing a nice bit of grass there on your stream, with the behind of the pit lane. So for race 1, it is both Team Halford's drivers of Liam Walsh and Alex Austin. Piper's got to use the last set of his mediums, Ollie Odvern and Richie Massey. Those are the 5 people that have to race the mediums in race 1. For race 2, it is McEwen, Clements, Schauler and McIntosh, the 2 Proton drivers. And then for race 3, it will be Sharp, Graham, Heron, Mitchell and Clifford. But I don't see any sign of Heron at the moment. I don't think he's joined. I just noticed... Oh, no, there he is. Sorry, my bad. Connor's just came in. So we've got a full lobby, which is nice. That's good to see that we're getting all 14 drivers out there for the finale instead of just seeing like 11 or 10 for like the last couple of weeks.
Always nice to see.
Yeah, indeed.
Tyres wise, it's going to be interesting. It's quite ironic that the first race is the race with the least amount of probably mediums on track, and then actually gets more polluted as the race day goes on. So it's going to be an interesting one. I have to admit, super softs round here. I've never gone round, but Brands Hatch I would have thought is quite a tyre hungry track. I would think.
There's no tyre wear.
There's no tyre wear on it.
There's no tyre wear, no fuel wear. So it's just driving this race in anger, basically.
Aha. Well, in that case, then the super softs are definitely got to come in handy, because this track is one where it will test grip limits, and if you've got more grip and you've got more confidence in these corners, look at Sheens for instance. How much more confidence are you going to have going around that corner in super softs compared to mediums? A lot more confident.
I'm just saying now, looking at Leon Walsh, they're getting it all wrong, going up towards Sheen Curve, and then he's just quit go back into the lobby. So I want to get your views on this then. I think, the drivers is pretty much done and dusted here. McEwen's rumped away with the title, but it's close between Piper to Schauler, second down to 6th. There's only 24 points separating the 5 drivers. Who do you think will finish in the number 2 spot? You've got Piper, Clements, McIntosh, Graham and Schauler.
You know what, that's a pick of a hard bunch there, because they're all actually very capable drivers.
Yeah.
Each one of them could make it their own, and all it will probably come down to, I think, is more sort of race unfortunate type things, i.e., a bump here, maybe someone gets pushed off here, maybe there's some jostling and he just won't be able to make it to that point there. I'll be honest with you, it's the first time ever I've not been able to go, well, I think it can slightly be Graham over Piper or McIntosh. generally, I don't know. It's got to come down to literally jostling and positions at this point in this race. So these guys have got it all to play for.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
have you got one that you think you're gonna that you got more confidence in out of those 5?
I want to see Chris, because Chris he's been a stalwart for this championship. Clements. Yeah, we're just looking at him right now. He's saying he's having a bit of laggy problems, but it looks perfectly fine on my screen anyway. Yeah, he's been this high up as well since he was driving the Mitsubishi in season 9. He was, battling with Nicholas Carl with his teammate. He just romped to the championship there. So I think I want to see Clements will hopefully get second place in the championship. I hope so, because I think he's a nice guy, and yeah. Then Adam likes Coco, so I'm picking there Chris for second place in the championship. So we're getting qualifying underway. I think that's a good thingy. So out 10, I think that might have been who actually was the first came out there. Oh no, it was Ethan. So Ethan's the first to come out on the track. What do you think of this track then, Brands Hatch? What do you think of this track?
It was one of my most favourite tracks of the. You know what? I nearly said it's my most favourite UK track, and the only problem is Silverstone is a really strong contender as well. But Brands Hatch, I just love it. It's got everything. It's straights, it's fast. It's also got really tight corners, and it's the undulation in the corners around this track. You can go around it, and you can never get really set too much into a bit of a comfortable rhythm around any of these corners, because each one of them needs you to sort of make sure you send it that little bit. You need to grip onto it that little bit. You can't ever take the corner and feel confident around it every single lap. I don't know. For me, I can never get truly comfortable and, I suppose, lazy. When you can get into a race and after a stint, you can get into the groove and, this corner's here, this corner's there. Brands Hatch, I never seem to have that. It sort of asks a lot of me all the time.
So we're just seeing then Ethan underneath the Advert Arch there, bridge, just coming through clearways and then towards Clark Curve, and then he will start the first. Careful not to put two wheels on the grass on the exit. Now up the Brabham Straight, and then he'll be the first to complete his out lap and then go on to a flying lap. So down towards Paddock Hill, probably one of the corners that we need to look out for. But I've seen a few drivers go off there early on in this season, and from time to time that we raced here. Now in towards Druid, second gear, about 45 miles an hour for these super soft drive tyres, and then down towards Graham Hill. Oh, it's downhill. Got changed as well over the years, I believe. I think it's Graham Hill. Now towards the Cooper Straight, and then into Surtees. It's a bit of a wide entrance in, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of wide in, cut tight back up through that. So you want to go up through that hill into that and catch that apex there and push as much as you want to. Really tricky corner to get right. You push too hard and it will chuck you wide, and you have to slow down a lot to try and recover from it. Another tricky corner is this one here. Normally have to do it, drop down from that 5th gear on that straight to 4th and just lob it into that corner.
And now he's going up towards Dingledale goes Ethan, and then into this blind right-hander called Sheen. Fully committed through there, 4th gear. That's such a breathtaking corner, that Sheen corner. Now into turning. No, sorry, it's only fine now. So going into it, Sterling. Nice camera shot there of the ground camera. Underneath the bridge again, turn 9, clearways, then into Clark Curve, and then onto the Brabham Straightway, and that's a lap of the Brands Hatch GP circuit. And what is Ethan going to be doing? He said he's kind of struggling with the BMW on this track, but 1:27.6 is not too bad, although saying that McIntosh has put is faster by a quarter of a second. But Kewen goes 4th, and it is a Proton 1-2 because Shaul has put it into 2nd. Clements now into 3rd. There's a whole gaggle of cars there. Luke Clifford is 6th in the Synchro Motorsport. Sharp is 7th. Piper is 8th. More times they're coming through there. Alex Austin setting a 1:28.999. Leon Walsh setting a 29.5. But don't forget, these two drivers are on medium tyres, so they're not going to be fast in qualifying. But so far, McIntosh leads the way, and then it's his teammate Shaula 2nd, Clements 3rd, Graham 4th, McEwen champion-elect 5th. Mitchell crosses the line with a 28.4, puts him onto the 3rd row of the grid, and Liam is purple in the 2nd sector.
Well, the the top three are all 27.4s, so you've got literally thousandths of a second in between all of them. This is how it's looking so far. So really interesting lineup and qualifying time so far.
Yeah, again, looking at McEwen in the third sector, 3 tenths up in the purple. But we'll just get to see what McIntosh will do. See if he improves. 27.4 is the target. Well, that's the pole. It's sitting time at the moment, but will Ethan improve? He does to second, but only 5,000 slower. But McIntosh doesn't improve. McEwen goes to the pole by just a tenth of a second with a 1:27.309. So that'll be another championship point gained there for Liam. Connor goes to 7th with a 28.446, and we've got 5 seconds to go. So whoever the 3 drivers they're coming towards on the Brabham Street, they are going to miss their lap, another lap in, and it will be both the Team Halfords drivers that will be Leon setting a 29.4, Alex setting a 28.6. That puts him on 8th position. That's pretty good going there.
It's not bad for mediums.
Yeah,
compared, you know, you got Luke and Ash there, who are on the super softs just behind him.
Now then, we've got the 2 Collard Motorsport drivers trying to work together. Clements in 5th and Heron in 7th. But as it stands so far, McEwen leading the way on the pole. More drivers crossing the line. Looks like no improvement through there. That might have been Graham, I think. No, that might not be Graham. No, there's Graham there, just making his way towards the last corner now. And let's see what he can do here. Can he improve? He's got to find a 10th if he wants to get ahead of McEwen for pole position. Hugs up against the pit wall. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. But McIntosh gets the pole by nearly half a second there. So he would have got a good tow from Ethan. McEwen improved only slightly, but not enough. So it looks like it's going to be pole position for McIntosh as the rest of the field. Yeah, that was some lap time. 26.8. Heron improves to P6. So yeah, well, that was a blinding lap time there. Obviously must have got some help of the slip from Ethan. So McIntosh will be the pole position, so that's a championship point for him, and also a championship point for Petronas Racing. So the gap is now 8 points separating the top 3 for the team's championship. And there you go, actually, and the qualifier has ended. Oh, wow. So McIntosh with the pole with that blitzing lap time. But can he hold on to get his... Has he had a win so far? I think he has. I can't mind exactly. But anyway, race 16. Championship could be won right here as Daxi claps his fingers, claps his hands, sorry.
Well, that's my fingers. I've got very large fingers. That's what that noise was.
There we go then. 12 laps then around Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Hopefully we'll all make it through Paddock Hill cleanly on the first lap.
Fingers crossed.
Wait for the lights to go off, and then we are going to get the finale underway right about now. And looks like it's a great start there for McEwen. He got the jump then over McIntosh. Caught sleeping at the start. So McEwen goes to the lead early on as the field all go through Paddock Hill, pretty much single file through the first top 6. 7th place is Mitchell holding his own there very well. Meanwhile, that's Clements trying to go around the outside the Showler at Druids, but then Connor Heron is going to pick up, well, they're going to be side by side then going into towards Graham Hill. Got to be careful there, and looks like their hold station there. So it looks like we're all nice and tidy through the first half lap. That's good to see. But McEwen got the jump on McIntosh, and McIntosh is down to 3rd.
Yeah, no, he did, unfortunately. It's an unfortunate start for McIntosh there, because he got jumped on the lines by Liam there, but then coming down into Druids around that hairpin, he just had the outside line, and Graham was able to just get that inside there and pip him. And once you've got that inside line, you can't really do much back down, sort of attack back down to Graham Hill corner. So it slotted him back into 3rd. But hey, you know, still got 12 laps to go, and oh dear, I think Luke has had it off there.
I think that was Sharp as well, I think. Yeah, Sharp's got been pushed out there from Austin at Sheen, and they're all going off at Sheen now. Look at this.
You can't push hard down that corner. It will punish you. It will absolutely punish you. That's the thing. You can't be too aggressive around this track, because the track will just go, you know what?
Oh,
both of you on a naughty step.
I'll tell you what, we were just looking at a replay there with Sharp and how he just lost it. They got into the kitty litter just at Westfield, And then I think, looking at the back there, Richie got helped a bit from Austin, just getting into the back of him. And that all just concertinaed up just a teensy bit there. And now Richie's back down to penultimately last with his teammate in 14th place. There's a look then at Odvin, who was so impressive last week. In fact, Mitchell's lost a few spots there too. He's down to 11th. We did see him in 7th. So I wonder what's happened then to Mitchell. Did he go off at Paddock Hill? Yes, he did. So again, one of the corners that we need to talk about, Paddock Hill, because it can catch you out. You think it's a fast corner, but you know it's deceiving.
It's like all the corners at this track. You've really got to learn your line of it. Once you've learned your line for it, it's quite a nice and fun corner. But if you don't, it will punish you. It's a difficult track, Brands Hatch. It's a very fun track, but it's actually to get right and have it spot on and nailed. It's actually quite difficult.
Clifford had a tank slapping moment through Hawthorne, and he's lost control of the car. So I think he just managed to dip a couple of wheels on the grass at the right side of the Hawthorne's and just went into a Sharp there. So problems then for Clifford, unfortunately. As we're just seeing here there, Leon Welsh and Adam Piper battling side by side. This is a battling for the mediums. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, Piper's using his mediums in race 1. So here we go then. Piper sitting in 7th. Clement sitting in 5th position. They're both tied in the points there. As I just noticed there, McIntosh has gone into 2nd place. He's got an overlap going into his Druids on Ethan Graham, and that's a position change.
Oh, lovely.
So McIntosh...
Lovely done.
The post said they're trying to recover from the bad start that he had. He's up to P2 and now he's got about just less than a second to catch up to McEwen. I can't find his. I can't think of his name.
It's all going on. It takes your breath away. But you know what? He did the manoeuvre that Graham did on him on that first lap, and go. You know, you've got to learn from your mistakes. And Graham left himself open there around Druid. So good on him for taking that position. He's got all of it to walk for now as they are going around Hawthorns down towards Westfields and then Dingledale. So let's see how it goes.
Careful, that is pretty much like an auto spin curb, but that when they just went by through Westfield. Up Dingledale now into Sheen. Takes it all nice and tidy through there. McEwen, who won the 2 races here early on in the season, back in the first round of the championship when we raced on the Indy circuit. It looks like Connor also cut ahead and has dropped off a little bit away from his teammate. He's 2.3 away. So I don't know if Connor's made a bit of a mistake somewhere that we didn't see because of all the racing that's going on through the back of the field. And here it is now, looking at for P8 there. Odvin, Mitchell. Let's ride on board then with Mitchell. See this teammate, Ollie Odvin and Leon Welsh there up the Brabham Street to start lap 4 out of 12. And I think there Mitchell trying to defend. He's trying to go to the inside line because he's under pressure there from Alex Austin. And Sharp giving Austin a little bit of a tap and off he goes. So Austin making his return to the BTCC. It's a baptism of fire. And now Sharp getting into the back of Mitchell. And again. So Sharp is getting a hurry about, isn't he? He's getting a bit impatient.
Well, you know.
And he's off. He's running sideways.
He's held it.
What a save.
What a save! That was really well done. I think we both thought he was going to go to the Shadow Realm there, but he just Tokyo drift that thing all the way through, and there you go. Not a problem for him at all. Jeez, Lou. Right, catch up with Mr. Mitchell and see what you can do to recover that battle that you were having. That's what he's got to do now.
Just see it again here now. Looking at the front this time of Mitchell, seeing Leon and Odvin. Oh, I thought Leon was going off then at Westfield, but no. Now is there an overlap at Sheen Kev? This is not really an overtaking opportunity, but Odvin's still trying for it. Pushes Leon out wide, and here comes Mitchell. Takes full advantage of it, and he goes up a spot. And I tell you what, Leon won't be too happy with that. Oh, and now look at Mitchell. He's got the run on his teammate. Going towards the outside at Clearways. Has he got the job done? Odvin's still holding it out though on the inside and protects the position, although he puts 2 wheels on the grass on the exits of Clark Curve, and that's Mitchell up into 8th, and now Odvin is going to go down from 8th down to 11th.
Oh well, that's if there was a team manager.
Oh, and he's gone off again. He's gone off at Paddock Hill. Sorry there.
That's all right. I was going to say, if there was a team manager, he'd be screaming at both of them at the moment. What are you doing? This is team sport. but certainly to maybe tell that to Mr. Mitchell. But yeah, that spooked his teammate, and his teammates ended up in the gravel, the bottom park, Paddock Hill.
Meanwhile, back up front with the lead of the gap now is starting to come down. 7 tenths now it is from Matt and McEwen to McIntosh. Then Graham still in third, Schauler fourth, Clements in fifth. Top 5 pretty much close, 3 seconds separating the top 5, and then Helen is still dropping back even more, nearly 4 seconds adrift from his teammate. Then Piper having a lone race in 7th. Then it is this battle going on for 8th, 9th and 10th with Mitchell, Welsh and Sharp. Then you got Richie Massey in 11th, Austin in 12th, Clifford in 13th, and Ogden having a couple of moments the last lap there down in last position, as I think also Clifford has made a moment through Dingledale. And now Odvin runs a little wide again. Odvin just struggling around this track here at the moment. Now let's ride on board then with Odvin. Just seeing Clifford just ahead. So it's Honda Racing versus Synchro Motorsport, and just ahead there 12th place Alex Austin, who actually won this racetrack back in season 11, I think it was. I think it was season 11.
All right.
So yeah, I was very proud there for Alex there, because, you know, North East boys, we stick together. Clifford putting a couple of wheels on the dirt there at Paddock Hill, and Odvin getting closer up. Meanwhile, let's have a look back up front then with the lead, and the gap is coming down half a second now. Yep,
Joe Command getting a real good run off that Surtees corner, and that really helped him on that straight down towards Hawthorns, and now through Westfields, down Dingledale and up towards that Magic Sheen corner where all the magic happens, and he's doing really well. He's popped that down to a 0.3, 0.4 of the second gap now, and it was double that at the beginning of this lap. So starting to work away at McEwen in front of him there. I think, well, we're only halfway through this race. It's definitely something that can happen from it, that's for sure. He's left third place Graham in a bit of a gap now.
Yeah, there is, over the
second gap. So, you know, Joe Command just, you know, getting his line and focus, making sure he takes a good line through there, and that's not going to help. McEwen, he picked
there's contact.
Picked up a bit of gravel on the way down through Paddock Hill, and Joe Command was right up behind him, and he tried to defend it as hard as he can. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a kiss, but what are you going to do when you're trying to defend against that? It's all fair in love, war and touring cars, as they say.
I mean, to be fair though, Liam doesn't really need to fight this. I mean, if he goes down to second place, that's still guaranteed him the Drivers' Championship. So,
for sure. But
he doesn't really need to defend, not unless if he's got like that Ash Sutton, you know, concentration of trying to defend and hold on, get the win, or maybe win the championship style by winning it. But I don't know. I mean, if you want to play smart, let McIntosh go through. You're still going to win the Drivers' Championship if you finish second.
This is true. It then comes down to what type of racer are you? Are you a racer? Some people, when they get in there, it gets, you know, tunnel vision. It's like, I know I don't need to win it. I want to win it. And that becomes a factor, you know. Some, you know, racers like racing because they like to win. And that's a factor there, you know, championship in the bag or not.
Meanwhile, on board now with Graham, who's caught up. Now he's gained half a second alone in this lap, making the way towards Paddock Hill. 2/3 of the race now complete. We're on to lap 8 out of 12. And now the gap, the top 3, 6 tenths of a second. So looks like Schauler and Clements are just dropping off from this battle for the lead. But I mean, how convenient this is then here for the team's championship too. MG Sport Racing and VX Racing tied for the championship lead, with the car in second place, third in the team's championship. It can't get any closer.
No, you can't. You can't. This is it. You know what I mean? So this is Graham's going to want to take that second spot.
Sorry, we're back on board with Ash down. Oh, and off goes Mitchell. Off went Mitchell.
Well off, hasn't he?
He's gone well off there. Yeah. Let's see what happened there. Oh, did he get actually? I think Sharp may have shoved him off. From looking at there, I mean, Sharp did. That was hard to see there, because I think Sharp was on the racing line. So too did Mitchell. They both didn't want to give it up, and Mitchell was the big loser in all that. But I tell you what, Sharp has been somewhat aggressive in this race. He's made contact with people in this race, like, well, pretty much the back end of the pack, like Leon, Alex, Mitchell a few times. I think Sharp just needs to settle down just a teensy bit here.
Possibly so. I don't know. It's one of those where you come in on those fights and you don't know what you saw was the first and last hit, or was that the last hit of a little friendly push and shove that you've seen for the past couple of corners. So that's you know, I've normally watch Ash. He's not too bad. I wouldn't say that he's a majorly overtly aggressive person, but then, you know, there's horses and courses. Maybe I've just not seen him in the moment that he needed to be.
There's a darker side of Ash that you don't know.
He seems so friendly up front. Oh, Rusty GT UK making a move on group there.
Now down towards Hawthorne's Hill now. Now he's going to go around the outside. There's Showler trying to late break it. Oh, but then Clem's is going for the crisscross. But Showler had that covered.
Showler's got the line. He's got the defensive line on there. So, you know, it's going to be a hard fight from behind him round those sets of corners. You've got to be a brave person to try and make a manoeuvre around these little set of corners, just because of once you're in that complex, you want to ride it through correctly. Any pace down towards Clark's?
No, not that much pace. No.
Maybe.
Looks like Showler got a great one though off of Clearways.
Yeah.
He's starting to pull away just a teensy bit now from Clements. All the more, I mean, this is also the battle for second place in the driver's standings there, as Clements there swinging his way through Paddock Hill, absolutely leaning that thing. I mean, with Piper and Clements, they're both tied on points. Piper's sitting in 7th and Clements in 5th. But Piper's using the medium tyres, so he's getting the slow tyres out the way. So
yeah.
And Clements got his medium tyres to use in race 2. So I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see who will come out with second place. Like, I still think it's going to be Clements. I want it to be Clements, but you never know, like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it's too close for me to even try and take a gamble. I'd be just as lucky from taking the name out of the hat with that one, in my opinion, because it can, whatever way it happens. And Rusty lost any gap or small gap he had with Showler in front of him there. I'm right, Groot is Showler. Forgive me, I'm still getting the surnames down.
Oh yeah, he had the auto spin curve. That was the auto spin. Yeah.
So he didn't completely spin out, but his back end twitched and went on him long enough to drop at least a good 1.5 seconds behind there. So 4th position for Rob, and, you know, head down, get into the rhythm, catch back up with those top 3, see what you can do, see how much you can pester. Well, actually, let's be fair, 3 seconds in one lap. I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know, settle in 4th then.
Well, you never know, because his teammate McIntosh has caught up a lot now to McEwen, and looks like Graham has got off a little bit off of Graham Hill, so he's kind of lost out the battle now for the lead. Did he? Oh yes, Ethan did lose it. Ethan did lose it.
He's gone round 30s, and he's gone. That's dropped him down from 3rd to.
Did he put 2 wheels on the grass? Yep,
he did. Watching the 1st and 2nd.
Yep, he just clipped the grass and around she goes. So that's a Christmas gift then for both Showler and for Clements. And that's not going to help for the team's championship too.
No.
It's definitely going to help the Petronas team, because their drivers are 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, because that puts Rob up into 3rd now.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Oh, God blimey, didn't even think of that fact until you just said it. Well, that's a really good placement for the Petronas team. Really good placement there, and
I tell you what, McIntosh is wanting to win. He's to the outside of McEwen. We're going to start the last lap of race 1. McEwen he's got the drivers' championship, but he wants to win it in style by winning. I believe that will be his 5th race of the season. But McIntosh has got an overlap into the inside. Ed Druids. And McEwen just manages to hold it off there. Really late break in there. Good racing.
That's some brilliant racing between these two here. Let's see what else he can put onto McEwen before the end of this lap. I feel that he's going to try literally everything, and good on him. He should do. As they come towards this corner here, wide in, tight up and out, get a good fast speed down that straight. He's kept it close. The time between them is dropping down.
Oh, because he's in the slipstream, and you know McEwen, he's going over to the right side, trying to break the two, weaving left and right. Now it's towards Hawthorne for the last time. Nice and tidy through there, but I think McEwen's car looking a bit laggy on McIntosh's screen. Now in towards Westfield, now towards Dingle-Dell, and then up towards Sheen. He's basically got at least 2 more opportunities to pass him, and this is one of them at Sterling's. But again, McEwen just holding it off there. Now he's got 1 more opportunity, and he's got to do it at clearways, and he's so close to the back of McEwen. He's going to go to the outside. He'll probably go for the crisscross, maybe. Early on the brakes to try and get the speed off the corner. Has he got an overlap? He might have, you know. This could be a photo finish. It could be a photo finish. Ladies and gentlemen. And is it going to be? It is. McIntosh wins it. McIntosh wins it by 13 thousandths of a second. McEwen gets second place, but no matter what, he gets the Drivers' Championship nonetheless. Showler third, Clements in fourth, Graham gets in fifth position, Connor Heron gets sixth. Then we wait for Adam Piper, 12 seconds down the road on Connor Heron, but still what, 7th place though for him. For Adam.
Yeah, sorry, still overwhelmed by that photo finish there. What a fight between McEwen and McIntosh. What a brilliant fight. This is what we love to see. What a thing to see at a final. And this is only the first race. We've got 2 more to go.
Meanwhile, but Richie Massey comes across the line 11th, Mitchell 12th, and now Ollie Odvin will come across the line in 13th place, and Clifford will finish 14th, only just though. But what a battle, what a pass that was there, and you know, he braked early going into its clearways, and then Clark Kevin, and he got the job done. Had the overlap on McEwen, and that was it, and that was enough to take McIntosh get a win in the bag. But what a battle that was!
That was absolutely amazing. That's I'm right. Have we got another 2 races, or is that it now? Is that
another? Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually going to take off my jumper. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in literally a second.
So there you go. Then confirmation then of the results is Daxy's already sweating like a dyslexic on countdown. McIntosh wins the first race, that epic first race. McEwen second, Showler third, Clements fourth, Graham in fifth. He'd be absolutely fuming to finish in fifth because he had P3 pretty much in the bag. Heron sixth, Piper seventh, Sharp eighth, Austin ninth, Leon Welsh in 10th, Richie Massey 11th, Luke Mitchell 12th, 13th for Ollie Odvin, and Clifford in 14th. But What a first race that was.
Well, you know, starters who need to continue, and this final looks that way, doesn't it? What a brilliant final finish on that there. So was it 1400ths?
Yeah, it said on here it says 27 thousandths, but on the race itself it said about 13 thousandths.
That's crazy, absolutely crazy. But yes, what a close finish, and it actually was quite a good race all the way through. There was quite a good few little battles, mid-battle, back battles, and up front. So that was really that was really good. I need to now work out. I'm trying to go through where I can see the race results here and see how that's left us for guys. Here.
Well, I've no disrespect there to sharpen further down in the points there, but what I've got here is McEwen has won the Drivers' Championship no matter what. So he's on at the moment. He's now on 251 points. He's won. Yep. He's got his second Drivers' title. McIntosh with that win has now gone up into second in the championship with 198. Clements is third on 197. Piper on 193. And then you got Showler and Graham on 175 and 173. So they're just dropping back just a teensy bit. But now I need to do the bloomin' the team's championship. How close that is!
I know. Looking at that, well, MG. Oh well, I would love to say they held their spot, but I'm not sure if they have because they only had first position, where they've then had second and third with Petronas. Does that leapfrog them up into?
Quite possibly, it could actually take them to the lead. Actually, come to think of it, I'm just doing the points right now. So 5th and 7th, that would give VX Racing 20 points. Now Petronas got second and third, that got them 32. Well, as it stands at the moment now in the Teams Championship, VX Racing's at the top with 376, MG Sport and Racing on 371, and Petronas Citroen Proton on 370.
Oh my
So you've got 6
got
points.
Even closer.
Yeah,
it's even closer after that. This is brilliant. Absolutely amazing. I love it. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for this next race. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
I wonder. Now we go from. Am I right? Think we go with this grid layout from race 1. As
race results.
Race 2.
Yeah, race results from race 1 will be starting in race 2. As there's Liam, the champion now. He was a champion back in season 8. He's a champion again in season 13.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, well done there to Liam. Absolutely dominated the championship. Pretty much bossed it from the very first race when he got those 2 wins early on and really solidified his champ. I don't think he'd ever even lost first place in the championship. I think we're missing someone. We're missing a couple. Yeah, we are missing a couple. Yeah, we have.
Oh, what's up in here? We had some DCs.
We are I don't know who we're missing, but hold on a minute.
Oh well. We're looking. I think we may be having a restart because we're getting guys drop off the track now. So yeah, I think we're going to quickly restart this.
Yeah, we have to restart the race. Yeah.
Everyone jumped into it.
Oh, and Clements in the lead. Off goes Clements. He's off.
Oh, he's happy. He'll take that. He'll take that. Definitely so. Spec 51's just decided to handbrake it just halfway up the paddock hill. Oh dear.
Oh, you're getting some TV time now, Alex. Oh, well, maybe don't. There he goes. He's gone now. So, yeah, so going into race 2, the drivers that have to start on the mediums is Liam, Chris Clements, and the 2 Petronas drivers of Schauler and McIntosh.
Ah.
So
realistically, McEwen's not going to be getting possibly a podium, or there's going to be a lot less chance of him getting a podium this race. So it's going to be more of a battle for these guys who are scrapping it out underneath him to actually see if they can stretch and sort of solidify second or third place for themselves.
And Piper, he's sitting 4th in the championship, only 5 points away from McIntosh, who's 2nd. He's onto the soft tyres, so this is a big race here for Piper.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, he did finish a respectable 7th place. I think he was the best place out of the medium tyre gang. I believe he was.
Sure.
So you know, Piper did a fairly respectable race there.
And you know, it wasn't even like it was a close soft as well. They were super softs. So you know, there's okay. Sometimes you find there's not much of a difference between soft and medium, but you're talking super soft here and medium, so there's still quite a sufficient gap. So 7th place still is a very good shout. So he's going to now say, right, got those out of the way. Let's actually make some podium points here. So he could definitely be one to look out for this next race.
Well, hopefully he doesn't do that in this race there, losing it at Sheen. We're just waiting then for all 14 drivers to come back onto the track, and then we'll get race 2 underway. Round 17 of the championship. The penultimate round, we already know who won the Drivers' Championship. It was a foregone conclusion, but who is going to win the Teams' Championship? Will it be VX Racing on 376, MG Sport and Racing 371, or will it be the Petronas team on 370? It is going to be very close there. Mitchell's saying hold on. I think he probably needs a toilet break or something.
I wonder if Mr. Piper has actually played this very well, because VX are now in the lead. He's got a really good chance of trying to push quite hard in this race. It's going to actually possibly solidify stuff for them, but I don't know. Every time I try and make a calculation of who could really benefit from this, there's too many variables and people being too close to throw it into skew. My brain's going to explode.
Just seeing Piper then making his way through Hawthorne. Flashing the lights there, probably knows he's on camera, so he keeps flashing.
Evening, Adam.
Meanwhile, there is McIntosh there. He's onto the medium tyres. His picture was ready, so it looks like we're going to get race 2 underway. And let's see what McIntosh will do, starting the race on pole, but he's got race on the mediums. In fact, the top 3 will be starting the race on mediums. So whoever's 4th will possibly have... Oh no, Clements is in 4th. So it's the top 4 who finished in the first race will be on the mediums. The only 4 drivers that are on the mediums in race 2 are starting 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. That's quite weird.
Yeah. We're going to definitely see some leapfrogging and some traffic coming through, because those mediums are going to have a hard job defending 12 laps against the super softs.
Well, let's see what Graham can do, starting from the 5th position. Where will he be then as they exit maybe Druids or Paddock Hill with the top 4 on mediums? Anyways, race 2 is underway. This time, decent start this time for McIntosh. Down side by side again with McEwen. And you can see Graham making his way through the middle, trying to go down the outside of Clements as they're making their way down towards Paddock Hill and now towards Druids. They go then for the first time, and that is Graham, and Graham gets into Clements there just a teensy bit there. But it looks like we're all nice and tidy. Oh, someone's gone off, and it's Sharp. Sharp has gone off. Sharp has gone off, careering off there. Did he have some help?
I did see he may have done, but there was several, 2 pretty wide
okay.
corners there.
Yeah,
so,
he was on the outside of a Collard Motorsport sandwich, and he got shoved off. Pretty much what Sharp did to Mitchell in race 1, and Sharp got his comeuppance, but not good though, because he is an MC Sport racing driver, and he's now at the back of the field. So that's not going to help the team's championship, with McEwen sitting 2nd on those medium tyres, and Graham is now in the P3. And he's on the super soft, so we're right on board now with Graham. Piper's in 4th, so VX Racing having a good race there. Meanwhile, they're battling and scuffling through the back of the pack. They're 3 abreast of the Team Halfords and the Collard Motorsport drivers, and that's Heron being shoved off wide. It's Sterling's.
Yep, two of them gone on that corner, so they're going to drop back at least 2 to 3 spaces there.
And what a start there from Ollie Ogden. He started 13th, he's up to 7th. They're 3 abreast, nearly 4 abreast on the Brabham Street with Mitchell. That's one of the, that is that Clifford? Yeah, that'll be Clifford. Look at Massey. Massey's up to 6th position.
Oh, and someone got a touch there. Conrad got a touch there going round Paddock.
Oh, and now Clements is down to 13th. Clements is down in 13th place.
Yep, he accidentally got a bit of a kiss on the back end there, going round Paddock Hill. Nothing he could do. To be fair, he did well to hold it and keep himself into 13th position.
Oh, I tell you what, they were nearly 4 abreast. They're going in Paddock, just ahead of Clements. So not good then for Chris then, because he's down in 12th position. Not Mitchell. Good for his 2nd place in the title. What are you saying about Mitchell?
Oh, he's just made his manoeuvre on Luke going round Surtees and held that now, and Luke is now trying to fight off against the Placenta Denta.
That's Leon Walsh.
Leon Walsh, that's it. Our guy Leon. As he's taking on these guys here, he's a very capable driver too. And Rusty, we've had another spin.
Who's that?
Westfields.
It's Clements. It's Clements. It's not going well for Chris then. His battle for 2nd place in the championship is going completely wrong in race 2. What happened here? Oh, I just understeered through where that'd be Hawthorne, isn't it? And then hits the gravel.
Yep. Luke also has lost it round Stirling, and is only just rejoined the track, going down through Clement Straight and down now on Clark's up towards Paddock. So a fair few offs on this first few laps round Brands Hatch on race 2 here.
Oh, and Connor's gone off at Paddock Hill. Connor's gone off. It's been a disaster race for the Collard Motorsport drivers. They're both having moments alone in this race. Meanwhile, Graham has gone to the lead of this race now, which is a must-win now for VX Racing after Graham's horrible mistake at this corner a race ago. So he's not hoping not to do that same mistake yet again. But anyway, Graham has now gone to the lead of the race. McIntosh 2nd, McEwen 3rd, Piper 4th, Graham's teammate, Showler 5th, Richie Massey 6th, and Ogden in 7th.
I'm wondering if Adam Piper is going to now be looking to really get his elbows out, get past people, try and make it a podium for the VXR team. Because they can do it. They've got the tyres to do it, so they're more than capable. He's all over the back of McEwen at the moment, so this can literally happen any second now.
They call him the torpedo for nothing. He'll just drive it through any corner there is and just dive bomb his way through it. That's why he's called the torpedo. So let's see what he can do. Might have a good overlap here with McEwen. Yeah, he's got the speed. He's got a great one. He's having a look on the inside.
Can't get that inside line. McEwen trying to defend that inside line, but Piper.
Oh, there was contact.
A little bit of a kiss there between the two.
Yeah, there was.
There wasn't a good enough run off. I'll be honest with you, with a bit more pace down there.
Oh, and Schauler's battling. That pretty much concentrated like into a domino effect. I think McEwen was trying to hold off Piper, and then Schauler had nowhere to go and hit the back of Piper. And look at Piper trying to find any which way, trying to get by McEwen.
See what happens now, going round Surtees, wide in, tight, wide out, then tight in. And he's got a good run now down to Westfields, but again outside line, which is not going to help him here. Yeah, you can never really overtake on that outside line. You've got to be very, very fortunate. And Rob
look at
is looking.
Schauler's trying to have a look on the inside of Piper. And I mean, and not forget there too, Richie Massey having a great race so far in 6th, and Alex Austin's now in the P7. He started this race, I believe it was in 9th. Oh, who was that? And
McEwen doing a bad out of Sterling there and getting the bad run off it. Piper on the outside line coming into. Oh,
it's a yellow flag. Oh, it's Ethan! Ethan's gone again, has he? Yes, he has! Ethan's done it, another spin! Unghosted right in front of the barrel for second there.
I don't know what's happened there.
This is what's been the problem for Ethan. Oh, he's just lost it on the exit of Clark.
Piper's up into second from that though. I don't know how he's done it. Teammates leapfrogged into second spot there.
Oh, this is a mess. This is a mess for second spot from Piper all the way down to Luke Mitchell down in 10th. But that has been Ethan's problems. He's tried his hardest out, but then he does these silly little spins, and he just goes down through the pecking order. He's done that so many times. This and also last season too. Oh, that's it.
You just pushed that bit too much.
Yeah,
you had that first place. You just needed to hold on to it.
Yeah, because
he's got to work his way through.
Yeah, exactly. And now look at Ogden. Ogden's on the inside of Massey. Oh, and now here comes Austin, and Austin sticks his nose in and shoves Graham down to 6th place now.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You've got to just ride the outside line, and you will lose that spot. That's what happens if you unfortunately do get taken on this complex. So he's got even more of a job to do with only half the race left. I'm not saying he's not capable of it. He's more than capable of it. But it's not a job that you want to have.
So meanwhile, the gap then for McIntosh to Piper is 1.5 seconds. McEwen holding on the 3rd spot there, but here comes Austin. Austin is flying in that Scirocco, and that's 4th place now. So and off goes Ogden further back, and so too also was Mitchell. So both Honda racing drivers having moments through Paddock Hill.
Graham up back now into 5th.
Oh, he has done, yeah.
So slowly trying to chip these behind. He's got Austin in front of him. Austin's been on fire the past.
He has. He is absolutely flying.
Can't hold him off either.
That's obviously the beneficial of having these soft tyres in, and the cars ahead. It's only McIntosh and McEwen that have got the medium size. So there's a potential 2nd spot here, because we're just going to start the second half of this race now, because they're going to be on lap 7 after this. So. This race is not over for Austin if he just holds it clean, as Graham puts a couple of wheels on the gravel on the exit of Westfield. Nearly loses it too in the process, but Austin is flying.
Austin is all over the back of that Mazda of McEwen so badly.
Do you know what? I tell you what, if I was McEwen, just let him by. Take your medicine. You're on the slow tyres. It's going to be a reverse grid race for race 3. You could start up at the front. You
almost think to yourself, is it a sort of blue flag situation? But it's not. but because of the tyre, you know the tyre strategy. There's a sort of blue flag theory to it.
Here we goes, and Austin's through. Austin is through, but McEwen's got.
McEwen's fighting back.
He's got it back. Yeah, he's got the inside of Druids now. Oh, and Graham gets into the back of him. Meanwhile, look at Shaolo and Ogden and Richie Massey. They're like 3 abreast for P6. And on board, oh, and Massey gets into Shaolo, and off goes Shaolo, Graham Hill.
Yep.
I think Massey's actually. Oh, Massey's gone. Massey just left.
Has he just DC'd?
He's just DC'd there.
Unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. Adam Piper, though, is now on the back of McIntosh. Right, isn't it? Jokerman's McIntosh, isn't it?
Yeah, McIntosh, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously McIntosh on the mediums compared to Piper on the softs. It's going to just be a question of how long can he defend for.
But the problem is, though, is Piper needs to get by McIntosh in the hurry because Austin is coming and he is going ever so slightly, 1.7, 1.6 now. So be careful there for Austin because he is coming in a hurry. So Piper's got to find a way by McIntosh very soon.
Oh yeah, and you know his teammate Graham wants to come up there and help him out, but is currently being held up by
behind McEwen, and he's having a look on the inside of Paddock Hill though, and he's got it.
He has, and he's got a good line on him as well. So I would have thought he'd hold that now down to Druids. He has done really well. And meanwhile, by Graham.
Oh, did Piper and McIntosh make contact, and now that's allowed Austin to get into the battle now. Lap 8 out of 12, and now Austin is now 6 tenths behind Piper. I tell you what, Austin made that a little bit of a sabbatical, but he's lost none of that rustiness I thought that he would have coming to this race. He is all over the back of the torpedo now. Let's ride on board then with Austin. Down towards Pilgrim's Shop. This is where Johnny Herbert nearly lost his legs in the Formula 3000 accident back in 1988. I don't know if you remember that there, Daxie.
No, I was 2.
Yes, probably same age as me. But I remember watching the old Havoc video sets, just seeing that accident. Anyways, Piper got an overlap then on. There's his contact, and now here comes Austin. Austin's going for the lead on the inside of Sterling's. Go on, Austin! Come on, Austin! Come on, Alex! No bias for me, but come on, Alex! Do it for the northeast! Here he goes! He's got an overlap this time! He might have, actually!
He's got the inside line!
Oh, he's put him up against the pit wall!
He's pushing him hard. It is side by side.
Come on, Alex! Come on! He's through! Austin's into the lead! And look at McIntosh, he went from 1st all the way down to 5th. Oh, but look at Piper! Piper's on the inside!
And teammate is...
And Graham is there too!
Graham is there! Teammate to the rescue! Brilliant manoeuvres!
Go on, stick your elbows out, Alex!
The VW only being taken down by 2 BMWs working tag team together. What a brilliant show by Austin!
And now he's through. He's flashed the lights. He's like, stop it, you.
Yeah.
My oh my.
Will it be enough, you two? Yeah. Come through like a raging bull. But there we go. Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say. And VXR are possibly going to take maximum points away from this. And that's actually really going to help them solidify that team championship.
Well, for sure, yeah, because Piper's also set the fastest lap of the race, so this is a potential 38 points coming VXR's way here, unless if Austin's going to upset the apple cart here. But McEwen one's a little wide through Sterling's. I tell you what, though, lurking in 6th position, who can sniff a podium, is Ollie Ogden. We haven't talked about him in this battle, but he can probably sniff a podium if these drivers all messing each other up.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna root for the Norwegian. I've got some Norwegian family, so I want to see him do well. And to be fair, actually, where he started off in the double figures, didn't he? He started down on.
He started 13th.
13th, that's what it was. So up into 6th on Super Softs, doing really well here. And what, 3 laps to go? You could definitely see himself up to the top 5, possibly into a podium if he puts his foot down. but let's see how he gets on.
He's there, like top 6 then, all covered by 2.6 seconds. Also, big shout out as well there to Sharp. He's up in 7th after spinning off at Graham Hill on the first lap, so he's recovered well to be in the top 10. So good effort from him. Leon Welsh in 8th. Showler's now been down to 9th. Clements trying to recover from the moments he had early on in the first 2 laps. He's now in 10th. Mitchell 11th. Heron is in 12th, and we are missing Clifford, I think, as well. So the 2 Synchro Motorsport drivers there have both unfortunately DNF'd in this race, but if they're still in the lobby, they'll be starting 1-2 come the final race of the season.
God, sorry, I'm just watching this. This is all go. And you know what the benefit of Ollie Polly's going to have? He's got 2 mediums scrapping out in front of him with McEwen and
McIntosh.
So he may, you know what, you may just see him be able to leapfrog these 2 where they're having a little silly moment and go, yeah, thank you, I'll go from 6th to 4th position, yeah, I'll take that all day long. And don't be surprised if it doesn't happen. Look at him,
he's right up behind now. Yeah, so
really doing really well.
Odkin
Sorry, some collision there from
is that from VX?
It was your man. It was Austin.
It was oh, was it?
Yeah.
What did he do?
There was a
when you see replay.
I think there was a slight bit of a dive in towards Druids, and there was a bit of a knock-on effect. All positions were held, but there was a bit of a moment. Here we go. I tell
you what, there's definitely no team orders in the VXR camp, that's for sure. But anyway, Graham in the lead, Piper second, and look at the run Austin's getting now in towards Hawthorne.
He's wanted to split these 2 VXRs up, you know. And you know what? Team orders have gone out the window for the VXR team. They're like, brilliant, right? You've got podium positions. Race your hearts out. With that, Graham's gone. Thank you. And he's off into the distance.
I was just looking at the replay. He really late blaked Piper at Druids. Like he nearly ran wide there. They were 3 abreast in the middle of the corner at Druids. But it's definitely worked out in Graham's favour because he's really pulled away. But we have seen he has made mistakes in these 2 races, but I mean it's been a recovery drive and a half this for Ethan to regain the lead after spinning it at Clearways on a few laps ago. But anyway, on the last lap. Now can Austin get P2 away from Piper? He's trying. Piper's now going to the inside. Austin to the outside. Has Ogden made any improvement? No, he hasn't. But gets into the back of McIntosh.
Austin. He is probing at every moment up behind on Piper. Piper cannot literally keep his eye off things for a second. He's having to go defensive lines, and with that, Austin's got really good up line through Surtees there.
The Scirocco was really dead quick on the straights too.
Super. You know what? The acceleration on that car is really good. I used to love playing it on this game. It's going to have to make Piper defend there, which then gives him a faster turn on through that Westfields there, and Piper knowing I have to take that inside line, I have to defend the inside. It's all
he's going for the crisscross there. He couldn't do it. Austin could not do the crisscross at Westfield, unfortunately. Now towards Dingledale, now in towards Sheen, gets it to the back of Piper. Looks like this one's his Ethan's to lose unless he bins it yet again, which he has done already in the 2 races. But looks like Graham, just whatever you do, Graham, do not mess it up. Looks like it's nice and tidy through there, and I think he's done it alright, but what's Austin going to do? Is Austin going to get second? No, I don't think he will, unfortunately. No. But anyway, Graham wins the 2nd race there, Piper 2nd, Austin just gets 3rd, and then it is McEwen, then McIntosh, then Ogden. He didn't manage to capitalise on on them. Sharp gets 7th, Leo Mosh gets 8th, Showler 9th, here comes Clements, he crosses the line in 10th, Mitchell 11th, and Connor Heron just making his way out of Sterling's onto the little straightaway and then onto Clearways, and he will finish in 12th position. Clifford, we just noticed there, has left the room. Hopefully he'll come back for the final race of the season. But here comes Connor across the line, and there you go. So what a result then. VX Racing 1 and 2. That's really going to help for the team's championship.
Oh yeah, for sure. Really good result for them there. Team did very well there. If there was any definition of teamwork you could ever give those guys, what Graham did for Piper went under attack from Austin was definitely that. But congratulations to the team there. Really good one too. It's going to do that. Actually, could really this could solidify them now and have that team championship in their belt. All depending on this last race.
Well, I'm just doing the drivers' championship then for going into as the final race of the season. So Piper finished second, didn't he? Yep. So, and he also set a fastest lap. So, it's going to be so interesting to see where did Charlotte finish. Charlotte finished 9th, so that gives him 8 points. And Graham won the race, so that puts him there. Now, what's that done then for the team's championship? Here we go. I'll tell you the drivers' points how it is, but I want to do the team's championship, and then I'll tell you. But that second race, that was thoroughly entertaining there, Daxi. What do you think of that? I was impressed by Austin. I wanted Austin to win that.
That was you know what? That where the first race was a very tight race, the second race was a scrap, wasn't it? There was lots going on all over the field, up and down, and it got a bit construction derby. There's definitely a few span out after a few corners, but yeah, good on. You know what? I'll root for Austin. Hopefully, Austin. What soft tyres is he going to be on for this last race?
No, he already used the soft tyres in race 1, so he's going to be on softs in race 3.
Oh, nice. So, well, he's got to now come from the back of the grid as well, though, hasn't he? Because
he should be starting. Well, if Clifford comes back, he should be starting 12th. But if Clifford's not there, he should be starting 11th.
Okay.
So,
but, I'm quite impressed with this. Quite impressed with how he came through.
Right, so I've managed to do the drivers' points for both teams and drivers. So it's getting close now. It really is close.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
I'm
holding my breath for some reason.
As it stands, unofficially, barring that there's no complaints or whatever. So McEwen has already won the championship, 264. Piper is now second with 211. McIntosh is on 210, and Clements is on 203. After that poor finish, but in Clements' favour, he's going to be starting higher up than Piper and McIntosh in this race.
Indeed, this could really work in his favour. He might be able to leapfrog them because of that. Piper might find it's a big field. You've got to go through a lot of people, and they don't want to let you past. So it's got to be a tough one.
They got over chat there saying double points for taking out Liam or whatever. Already there. Ethan sits 5th now with 193 and Shaola on 183 for the team's championship. That 1-2 finish for VXR has propelled them now into the lead on 414. MG Sport and Racing on 393 and Petronas on 388. So the gap has widened out now for the team's championship. It's just that both Piper and Graham don't need to make any mistakes in this race, so they've got the teams locked up.
It's going to be all rooting for the VXR team, really, to see if they can come up trumps in race 3.
I'm just checking to see if there's any confirmation that Clifford is coming back. I don't know if he is.
Why did he do it? Do you reckon it was must be something technical?
Well, I hope so. I hope it wasn't because of rage. Not only that, he's also got to start on the actually, for the last race, for the guys that start on mediums, it will be Sharp, Graham. Oh, that could not help, because Graham's going to start on mediums in race 3. Heron, Mitchell, and Clifford. But I've just said there, Clifford is not here so far, unless if he's coming back. Right. Oh wow, we've got 14 messages just like that. Let's have a look at the live chat because I've not seen them. No. Nothing's come up there. It did say 14. It just said 14 messages there, but I only see a few.
I don't know if one on your system, maybe a message is reoccurring. Mine did that once on PlayStation. Just kept resending a message through. But yeah, right.
So then, Yeah, I know it's on now. The last race is going to be on. The race for the team's championship is on. The race for second place is on. Who's your money now? With Piper 211, McIntosh 210, and Clements 203.
I don't know. I've got a feeling McIntosh. You know, I've got a feeling McIntosh might be in there because he's got a better position starting from this than Piper does. It's going to be really tight. All three of these guys can drive. They're very, very, very similar in like their speed, their style, and how they compete. So it can be anything. But McIntosh starting off from that better position might be just what he needs.
Just looking then at Austin, what's a Mitchell saying, where do I need to finish to win the championship? Well, you're quite far down, unfortunately, Mitchell.
Yeah, Ash has gone first. Challenge accepted. Oh dear.
I keep saying this about Luke. He's a fast driver, but he's just been caught up in these incidents as well as his rookie season last season. He's been really. He's been there at the worst place at the worst time, and like he's been spun out loads of times. He's made mistakes and all that, which is a shame because he is a good enough driver. He just gets involved in these incidents that he shouldn't be in.
Oh yeah, no, I've commentated on him on the Full Throttle GT4 or GT3 races, and I think it was a GT4, and it was the second split race. Again, like this one, reverse start, and because he unfortunately was in last from that race, started first, and he just held that position all the way through, with the attacking guys, you know, like McEwen, Graham, and others in that league, which are very capable as well. So he's got it in him. It's just sometimes when you get bogged down in the traffic, you just get caught up, don't you?
Yeah. And I think that's been Mitchell's demises, really. Speaking of which, we ain't talked about this though, but BTCC starting on Sunday at Thruxton. I'm looking forward to that. Are you going to be watching it?
I need to see if I can find a stream of it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. That's my home circuit.
Do you not have ITV4 now?
No, I don't have any terrestrial TV. Do you
not have Freeview as well?
No, because my area was knackered. I haven't had that fixed. That's why. So yeah, I've tried everything. I've tried booster things, like ones that you plug into the wall, all types. Doesn't work. So yeah, but I'll be finding it. Don't worry. I'll find it somewhere and watch that because it's a brilliant track. I've gone round it on a track day in a little Formula Renault like 1.7 thing. It's brilliant fun.
So there is the grid then for the last race of the season. Oh, it's Heron that's starting on the pole. Oh yeah, because Massey just hit DNF, so he doesn't qualify. He doesn't classify to start first. So here we go then, the last race of the season. So that means that's another position gained there for Clements for second spot. But anyways, the last race of season 13 is underway, and again that Renault will get poor tyres off the start, and Mitchell will get second spot. Mitchell down to third. Sorry, Clements gets down to second. Sorry there. So Showler now into P3. Mitchell down to fourth. Into his paddock hill they go. And Mitchell's been shoved off into the gravel trap, and we're talking about Mitchell making these mistakes.
Oh, and Showler up into second. Round Druids.
Really because Heron, Sharp is spun right in front of the pack into his teammate who spins into Piper. Massive complications for second place in the championship, and Piper just holds on to it there. What a save!
Oh good God, that sent loads of people off. That had McEwen off. That also had your guy.
What a mess this was, Austin. That would be
thrown everything into anything that we tried to predict before. It's now gone up the creek with Ash now down in 13th. Oh good God.
Yeah, that was just a concertina effect there. That was just really horrible there. That was all messy at Graham Hill and on the exit of Druids. But anyway, here comes McIntosh trying to sneak away by Piper down towards Dingledale. And so far, Clements is leading the way. This is what he needs if he wants to finish second in the championship. McIntosh is sitting in 8th position. So if I do the championship points as it is, unofficially, Clements will be on 223. Piper is in 7th. That will give him 220. and McIntosh will give him 218.
Oh,
so at the moment, that's a spin there. That was Heron. I just looked at my screen. That was Connor Heron, and that's what Clements didn't want to see his teammate spin off now because he's lost his backup now.
Yep. Rusty is just by himself with a good 1.7 seconds lead.
It was pretty much it was a carbon copy of what Ethan did in race 2. Just lost it at Clark Curve. So problems here. I mean, when we raced in the Indy circuit, Connor did have his problems too. So again, more problems for Heron, unfortunately. But meanwhile, back up front, Clements has got a 1.4 second advantage now over Schauler. But McEwen is in 5th. Ogden can sniff a podium here. And there's Leon Welsh just ahead of him too. So Ogden, who was impressive last week at, was it Sedegna, did we race it? I can't mind exactly. He's showing some muscle to try and get a podium spot. I've been really impressed by him. Second race in the BTCC. He's been quite impressive. Hopefully we'll see him in season 14. Yeah. Oh, Leon. That was the run there. Oh, did you have a sneeze there?
No, I've had a tickly chest and I've tried to not do it down with the microphone. I do apologise.
Meanwhile, Ogden around the outside of Leon Walsh, and he's got to stick because that Renault will be absolutely so quick on that straightaway. So that's a superb pass there from Ogden up to 3rd place. But don't forget, Walsh, she will spring onto the inside, but she has done, gets Ollie a little bit upset from the rear, and that's now McEwen up to P4.
Well, he gave Ogden there a bit of a touch, and when you're going round Paddock Hill, you need to let off there, otherwise you're going to go into the gravel. So he had to just give up those spots, but you know, he's proved he's been capable to take them back, and I hope he does. He's shown some real determination.
It's a nice camera angle there of the curb cam of the exit of Graham Hill, and there's a look then at looking at Sharp now in 12th position. But Clements is doing what he has to do. He has to drive away and he's got to hope and pray for a miracle that Piper and McIntosh do not gain any positions or maybe make a mistake. Because now that Heron he's like I said, he's lost his backup teammate in Heron, and that would also improve a position for Piper and for McIntosh, and that means championship points gained for that. So I think with that moment there, I think McIntosh may get 2nd place back, I think. Let me see, 223 for Clements, and now that Piper's in 6th, that will give him 221 and McIntosh. So there's only 2 points at the moment separating Clements to Piper where they are at the moment for 2nd place in the driver's standings. So at the moment Clements still has it just yet. Meanwhile, McEwen on the inside of Leon Walsh at Paddock Hill, and that's 3rd place now for McEwen. And now Ogden wants a piece of that 4th place away from Welsh. Side by side through Druids. Pushes Leon out wide, and that's 4th place for Ogden. I tell you what, he's not racing the BTCC, but he knows how to race it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He's shown his worth. But McEwen getting up into 3rd. This could be big now. Yep.
Sorry to cut you off there, but Piper's gone into 5th, and now that will put Piper into 2nd place in the driver's standings because he's got more wins than Schauler. So that is what Piper needed to do. He needs to be in 5th, and he's got 2nd place guaranteed. But McIntosh, he's wanting to get more though. He's on the outside of Piper, going in towards, what's that called again? Hawthorns? No.
Yep. Up down Dingledale.
Yeah, well, sorry, that was Westfield. Sorry. Oh, and look at Austin! Oh, McIntosh just barely holds on to it there. Well held from McIntosh. But again, Austin, it just shows that he's a hard racer.
Right, I'm coming through.
No, yeah, he's definitely coming through, yeah.
McIntosh a little unsettled by that. He was right up behind Adam Piper then. That's just completely thrown him. So we want to get back into that, but Austin wants to see how far he can gallop up the table.
Here's a look then, battle for 11th position, Sharp versus Mitchell. Mitchell did start quite high up before going on the gravel trap at Paddock Hill. And now Sharp to the outside at Druids. Ooh, just runs a little wide, try and go for the crisscross. Couldn't do it because he just ran so wide at the first part of Druids, so He will stay for 11th, and Mitchell will hold on. Don't forget, those two had to made some contact in the first race at that corner where they were in race 1. Their Sharp pushed off Mitchell there, so hopefully that's not going to happen again. Hopefully there's going to be a bit more respect between these two in this race. So far there is at the moment.
There's a lot of action going on between Piper, Austin, and McIntosh.
It's reuniting the race 2 battle. Yellow flag's been waved. Who's that gone off? Oh, it's Clements! Clements has gone off! And that's not what he did not need! Absolute disaster for Chris Clements. How did he lose it? Is it a Dingle-Dell? Oh, it would be Sheen, isn't it? It would be Sheen Kev. 2 wheels on the grass. Yep. And around she goes. So Schauler has been gifted the lead of this race. Through goes McEwen. And that's any chances of second place in the driver's standings for Clements absolutely down the pan, as Ogden's now gone up into a podium position.
Well done for him. Did we say that something's good to come for this driver today? He's done really well. He showed his worth of getting up in 6th position in race 2, and now getting a podium in race 3. Hopefully he can stick it through.
I tell you what, I hope he'll race in season 14, because he's mixed on well with these guys up there who's far more experienced in this. This is, like I said, this is only his 6th race in the touring cars, and he can definitely hold his own, that's for sure. So it'd be nice to see Ogden compete in season 14.
Yeah.
He could be a threat. He could be a threat to win it, actually. He could be, the way that he's been racing. And even though that car's not good on the start, it's got such good strength speed. Although saying that, he's just lost 3rd spot. But Ogden, yeah, he didn't took it too well. But I mean, he can definitely hold his own.
Oh yeah, for sure. You see good things come of that. Hopefully he's going to get that position back. It's only halfway through. He's managed to take it. Okay, he's lost it, but doesn't mean he can't take it again. Another 6 laps to go, so doesn't mean he's not going to get another bit of podium. Hopefully something can happen. What's going on with Adam Piper? All blimey, so it's still all go down with those guys there. Austin still 2nd and McIntosh 7th.
Here we go, up against the pit wall goes Piper, because he is under some severe pressure from Austin. It's the battle from race 2 reunited yet again. And again Piper protecting the insiders. That's Ogden! Ogden's gone off with paddock kill. We were just mentioning good things about him, and he's just went off, unfortunately.
Oh, Piper!
Oh, and Ogden's left the room because of it. Oh, that's a shame. So that puts Piper now into 4th, Austin into 5th, and McIntosh in 6th. As it stands at the moment, VXR will win the Teams Championship at this rate, and Piper will finish 2nd in the Drivers' Championship.
McIntosh definitely got a better run from that corner than Austin did. But Austin's got the inside line there again.
And don't forget, there's Leon Welsh there too. He's there to pick up the pieces if anything messes up in front of him. Still there in 7th position. Massey in 8th, who had to start at the back of the field because he DNF'd, unfortunately. But he's got, I think that's Ethan Graham all over the back of him too. So, Austin's gone off there at the exit, and it's going to compromise him through. Sterling's just about, but he's going to lose a lot of time there. So Piper's got some free space behind him now. And now he'll probably set his sights now on Clements, who's 3.7, 3.8 seconds ahead. Meanwhile, Leon has actually gone by McIntosh. Oh, and Austin's gone off again! Austin's off again!
He's pushed too hard again, and that's pushed him off the track there. But what happened is Austin went a bit silly on Sterling, as you saw, but unfortunately he managed to defend McIntosh behind him. But with that, Walsh just leapfrogged him up into that 6th position, and then he's gone awry on Clark's. But the fight continues between the
Graham.
I was going to say BMW. I was going to say it's not. It's a VW and
the Mazda, yeah. And while you're saying that there, Graham's gained 2 spots alone on this lap because he's passed Richie Massey. So Graham up into 7th place, Massey down to 3rd, and Austin recovering from that incident the previous lap now is down in 9th spot. Meanwhile, in fact, McIntosh has found a way by, because I think Leon was ahead of Xavier, wasn't he? So McIntosh has found a way by back Leon. So that's 5th place gained. Or retaken, sorry.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you some news. You're never going to guess.
McEwen is leading.
Place.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yes, McEwen is in the lead.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, now
championship leaders like nope. I am gonna take this final race home as mine. Thank you very much. And he's up in the 1st position.
I think he's actually having a break from sim racing. Is Liam. So I mean, for him to bow out of the championship in style too by winning this race, he started. I think it was in 10th. Was it 10th position? He got caught up in the first lap with his teammate Sharp just about here, but you know he's recovered beautifully, and it looks like he's going to end the season in style. The season 13 champion. It looks like he's going to be winning. I think that'll be his 6th race of the season now of 18, which is pretty much, well, that's about 1/3 of the win. So Liam is well, it just shows why he's just a class driver.
Yep. You got to have it. You got to have that. You got to have that tenacity. You got to have that sort of bone want to get that 1st place position. Just always want to have it, even if you've got it secured anyway. I don't care. I want it. It's mine. That's what makes you win.
Now then, Clements is catching up to the top 2 ahead, but I think with the way Liam has been racing, he's off into the distance. So Shaula's got to be a little bit worried now from Clements in 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Piper still holding on to 4th place. And it looks like also that Xavier has pulled away from Welsh too. So, you know, McIntosh has got a bit of breathing space behind him. Graham in 7th. I think they still could be good for VX Racing to win the Teams Championship too if they stay as it is. But I don't want to see Ethan do another mistake. He's done far too many a season of making some mistakes. We've seen it in Kyoto. We've seen it twice here tonight. Although the race 2-1 he got away with it because he took the win. But at the moment it looks like it's VX Racing's team championship to lose at this point, barring any mistakes.
Yeah. This is it. I'm just wondering if anything can happen. If McIntosh gets a better spot, he's still not going to get enough, is it? Something spectacular would have to happen to one of the VXR cars.
Yeah, if Piper and Graham mess up, then it could be wide open too.
It all seems to have padded out now as we get into the last quarter of this race.
And of the season too. Yeah, and we see now Austin's up to 8th, so he's recovered now. Now he's catching up with Graham for 7th. Graham's on the medium tyres, Austin on the super soft, so this should be a position change somewhat soon.
Yep. Austin eager, very eager to get past him here.
Kept just using every bit of the track there. He's got an overlap now on Graham. Graham does the respectful thing, lets him by.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's some smart racing there from Ethan. Just let him by. He's always on the faster tyre. Just let him go by. Just, you know, take your medicine and just get on with your race. But you could be a little bit careful, though, because I thought Matthew would be a bit closer, but no, he's not. So that, you know, smart driving that from Ethan Graham.
No point losing your position, especially up round Sheens. When stuff, as we've seen many a time already, can go spectacularly wrong.
Now then, Shaula versus Clements. Them two had a bit of fisticuffs in the second race back in the season opener of this season. Let's hopefully it's going to be a little bit cleaner here. Shaula under pressure now from Clements for 2nd.
A really good line. Well, dare say that. Shaula gets a little twitch on the exit of Surtees. They both had a really good line through there. Heading down now towards Hawthorns, both dropping in the 4th, swing it round, hold it, then plant it back down.
Such a fast corner that.
It is, and then heavy braking, take as much as that curb you can, 3rd gear, another bit of twitch in there. But by Shaula, but he's holding it for 2nd.
Taking good lines there too at Sheens. Now into Sterling's, again nice and tidy. Looks like Clements did a little mistake, may tend in just a tad bit too early. But we're going to be starting the last lap of season 13, and McEwen is one to end the season like how he started the season. Won the first race, looks like he's going to end the season with a win. Last lap then of season 13. Who's going to get 2nd place in the race? Will it be Shaula? Will it be Clements? Got about 8 corners to go now. In towards Druids there. Piper sitting in 4th place in the race, and he will guarantee 2nd in the Drivers' Championship. VX Racing will guarantee the Teams' Championship if things hold on.
McIntosh doesn't want to let up. He's slowly closing him down. It's gone from 0.7 to 0.4 and closing. He knows this is the final lap.
Yeah, he's going through Surtees now. He's got to get a good run off of Surtees now, down towards Pilgrim's Drop, into Hawthorne Hill, into Hawthorne Bend. So he's only got a few more corners to go for McIntosh to gain 4th place. It won't stop Piper getting 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship though, unless if Clements can find a way by Schauler. But I tell you what, McIntosh is looking really close now to Piper.
Yeah, he's just looking for that inside line. Get that inside line, you can have it.
He's got 2 more corners to go. He couldn't do it at Sheen. Oh, and Clements is off again. Clements went off again. I bet he was trying. He was trying too hard to get 2nd on Schauler. I don't blame him for trying, but you know, fair play to Clements there. So it looks like here comes McEwen then. The champion is going to end the season in style by getting yet another win. Schauler gets 2nd. It's going to be Piper that's going to get 3rd place and 2nd, and 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship. VX Racing will also win the Teams' Championship. McIntosh gets 4th. Clements slides across the line in 5th. Leo Mausch gets 6th. Alex Austin in 7th. Richie Massey will finish in 8th position. And here comes Ethan Graham. He'll probably know that VX Racing has done their Teams' Championship. So well done to that team for winning it there. Graham will finish in 9th. Mitchell will come across the line in 10th. Gone ahead in 11th. And here comes Az Sharp sliding his way. There he goes. And last position. And there you go. That is season 13. What do you get that then, Daxi?
It's been brilliant. It's been an absolutely brilliant race. I've loved that. It's absolutely amazing. Sorry. Congratulations, of course, to Mr. McEwen. Congratulations. Getting that final victory for the actual completing everything for the championship. Good on him there, and good on everyone else. This is such a fun little race. A bit more spaced out towards the end on that race compared to the other two, but yeah, still lots of fun, lots of action.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do some confirmation then of how they finished. So, yep. Guarantee it there, yep. So Piper did finish on 226. McIntosh finished with 223. Chris Clements on 214. For the Teams Championship, VX Racing did win the Teams Championship, so well done to them. So there you go. What a season this has been.
What a finale. What a finale. What races. We had literally like a nearly photo finish race 1. Had literally the scrappiest fights in race 2. And then just some absolute madness in race 3. So that's what the BTCC is all about, though, isn't it, Daxi? That is true. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've enjoyed myself. I hope all the drivers have enjoyed themselves. I hope everyone watching's enjoyed it. I've had a brilliant time. Thank you again to Full Throttle Racing to letting me come here and commentate and waffle with your good self.
Schauler's saying Teams Championship, boom. Schauler, you haven't won it because VX Racing's won it, mate. So, you know, a bit premature, my friend, but you didn't win, Schauler. Unlucky.
Oh, dear. The math did not compute.
Oh, and Mitchell's saying he's got severe cramps. Well, that's lovely to know there,
okay.
Mitchell.
Well,
good on you.
There's clinics. Yeah, there's clinics.
There you go. Yeah, go see a doctor. But there you go. We only got one person liking the stream. Don't forget, give this race a thumbs up because that was certainly fun. So yeah, that has been the FTR BTCC Blueprints with STDash84 Season 13 finale. Season 14 will be on... I think Season 14 will be on a Wednesdays now. I think. Yeah, and they're going to be using... Yeah, there has been, yes. So the GDR3 Championship has now been moved to a Fridays. And the BTCC has now been moved to a Wednesday. And also the cars that they're going to be using will be the 2021 cars. I don't know if you've seen the cars this season, Daxi, but there's going to be a lot of black cars, I'm feeling, on the grid.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's a very colourless grid this year for the BTCC, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. How come?
Yeah. I don't know. They're like black or white, pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a shame.
Very snazzy.
Yeah.
Is it like more modern retro-y type? I don't know. I've seen some of them. They look quite cool. But I also thought they were like showroom concept cars just from the manufacturer. I didn't think, because when the manufacturer does like a concept car, they'll put it on with a weird wrap. And I was like, oh, someone's just released a concept car. Oh no, it's a BTCC car. Okay. So yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah. So anyways, we'll better close the stream actually. So, well, I just get a cough and also having a thing of holes there because my voice is gone. So anyways, that's been the end of the season. Hopefully season 14 will start soon on a Wednesday, don't forget. So we'll end the stream there. So I have been Sean.
I have been Daxy, man.
And we will see you again, I think, in a couple of weeks' time for season 14.
All right. Ciao, ciao, ciao.